Hey, we're back like you never missed us. Once but yeah, man, NFL dwindling down slowly. Only 4 games this week. There's actually only 7 more games for the rest of the whole season till it's a long off season again. All we got is baseball. At one point.
Basketball too.
Yeah, at least we got basketball for now, for at least a few more months. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I mean, last week was a whole bunch of interesting games like we always had. I wish we did a little better. We also did 1 and 2. Both of us got 1 and 2. A lot of upsets though. I mean, a lot of the world that Dallas game, bro, killed them.
Cowboys blew it.
Yeah, man, the shit was bullshit as far as like performance, but it was just funny to see. I had a whole bunch of teasers on Dallas, and I did try to middle it with who they played
Packers.
the Packers, yeah. So it wasn't as bad, but I thought I was in for a big day because I thought no matter what, Dallas would at least win the game. Maybe not cover the points, but
They never had a chance.
and just similarly, Texans did the same thing. C.J. Stroud, another rookie quarterback, putting up similar numbers, and they both blew out as underdogs. They were just crazy upsets. Man, what'd you like? Were you hyped on that Houston game?
No.
No, yeah, I had the Browns as well. That was one of my best bets. I thought I was gonna get
But
them at -1.5, but
it's cool for the rookie though, and the rookie coach. So that's what's up. So fuck it.
yeah, it's good. It's good to see, man. It's good to see. If it was, if I wasn't gonna win my bet, then it's good to see it a blowout. As far as
Yeah.
that goes.
Fuck Flacco.
So going back to classic Flacco, man. But Baker also came through. Another just small upset, but a lot of us were into the Buccaneers, including myself. But let's just recap here real quick. You got the Buccaneers +140 with the outright win, which they dominated the game.
Rams, bro. That game was close. 1 point. What can you like? Fuck. You can't be mad.
Yeah, and I had the under for that game for my best bet too. So that one was the only one we hit last week for the show. I lost on Cleveland. I lost on the teaser with Dallas and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay actually covered, but the leg loss was Dallas, unfortunately. So I went 1-2 -1.3 units. I'm 28-22 +3.6 on the show season here. And then Nesto went 1-2 as well. And then just to recap, you got the Buccaneers. You lost the Rams by 1 point. They covered the 3, but they didn't get the money line.
And then
but it was
Cowboys and Browns.
Yeah, then the parlay was Cowboys, Bills, Chiefs, and the Browns. And I also had a parlay, myself with Dallas, Bills, and KC. And everything was looking good up until Dallas situation there. Yeah, that was just all bad, man. So yeah, we went 1-2 as well, -0.6 units for the season. 13 and 33 here for the parlays. A lot of parlays you got to go big or go home. -7.6. So we got only what was it, 2 more real weeks and then the Super Bowl before for us to kind of try to get back into the even or start to stay in the green and hopefully save ourselves for this football season here on the show. Unlike our MMA Smokeout show, which has been doing great, last year, we need to bounce back here. First game, getting straight into it here. Let me share this screen so you guys can see the playoff picture. We got that's not a good look here. We got Houston going to Baltimore off a bye week, rested, stayed at home, and now they're going out. Houston was playing indoors at home, now going outside in Baltimore. Weather's not really a big issue as right now. I know the East Coast is going through it on some of the storms and the snow. But just a look ahead on what I'm looking at here. Saturday, they play on a Saturday. Looks like about 15-mile-an-hour winds is what's estimated here, about 26 degrees Fahrenheit, with no precipitation. So it's not going to be snowing. So it's going to be just fine. It's not going to be any issues unless some type of storm or gust comes in out of nowhere. As far as the spread, it's huge. Ravens open -9.5. Now they're -9. Under over 46.5 now down to 43.5. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm rocking with the Ravens, bruh.
Yeah, would you lay the -9 even?
Yeah, I mean, I
Why
don't know.
not?
Texans did look really good. They were in Texas though against a beat up Cleveland. Isn't Andrews coming back too?
Andrews is allegedly coming back.
He got activated off IR or whatever, right? But
Yeah,
yeah,
but likely he's still good. So
fully rested. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the Ravens. I'll take it with the spread too. Fuck it.
yeah, no, and I feel like because both of these games are just this type of game. The spread is similar. Everything's kind of similar with the young quarterbacks. But yeah, you're right. Lamar Jackson's the MVP, so this is like his year. He needs to win. I do think they win. Right now, I'm leaning towards the +9, taking the points with Houston, but I don't want to fall into that hype. I haven't put a bet on this game yet.
Yeah.
But I'll also say this at 40, what is it? It's all the way down to 43 now. If it keeps going down, if it gets to like 42, I'm going to go on the over. Because I can see, Baltimore getting a lead, even though they run a lot, going out, and then Houston's going to have to come back and try to go back and forth with them. So, yeah, I actually go against that money move right there. And I think I'm leaning on the over, and I'm leaning on taking the points as well. But I think Baltimore should win. They have a clear path. They can get to the Super Bowl there. No issues. But and then the second game, going straight into it, because this might be a short show since we only got 4 games. Same situation. Young Jordan Love, leading his underdog team. Green Bay is even more of an underdog in my opinion than Houston was. Houston at least got to play they played at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, whereas Green Bay went into Dallas and dominated, which is crazy, right, to think about. So now that I'm saying it out loud, man, it's like, I originally I liked San Francisco minus the 9.5, minus 9.5. But I can see why people are taking Green Bay, with the +10 when it was out there. If it goes back to 10, I'll consider it. But yeah, right now I would take San Francisco minus the 9. I still think they win. It is going to be tough to win by 10 plus. But it should be a high octane game in my opinion. They have to get to Jordan Love, bro. You cannot let this guy just pick you apart and just throw. He got weapons, bro. They got multiple receivers. They don't just have one receiver, just like how the Niners kind of spread it around too, same thing. So I can see this. If I had to pick, I would lean on the over, to be honest. It's at 50.5, 51. I would still go over because I see this being high octane. Yeah, same thing. What do you think? I mean, should I even ask?
Yeah, you already know shit. I mean, they did look good. Packers did look good against the Cowboys, but then again, it is the Cowboys who, if you've been noticing the pattern with the Cowboys this year, at the beginning of the year they looked great. The defense looked on fire. Once they played the 49ers, Cardinals, they got their ass kicked, and it showed. And then all of a sudden, then the other pattern for the season was they couldn't beat a team that was over 500. You know what I'm saying? Like until they played the Seahawks and they finally beat the Seahawks, who were barely 500, and then they beat the Eagles. But the Eagles were once the Niners took care of the Eagles, it was over for them. They haven't won a game since. Yeah, and then Niners coming off the long break, like all the weapons are coming back. Eric Armstead is going to be playing. Javon Hargrave's going to be playing. McCaffrey's back.
Yeah.
The safety's back. The rookie that took over for Hufanga. Like, yeah, bro.
It's all in. I mean, that's why I actually like, even though I could see why people took the +10 with the Green Bay, the way I'm kind of looking at it is Green Bay kind of like went all out, whooping ass. They're like, I mean, I don't want to say they're not focused, but they're fat and happy. They overperform what people expected, the world expected of them. They
But
not only do they. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, history shows though, like Packers always beat the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. Different teams every year, but yeah, history does show that. That's why I was like, not a lot of people are gonna like laying, almost 10 points pretty much with the Niners, with any team against. After watching that Packers game, like who would do that? Who would do that? That's when I feel like, okay, now there might be value on it when everyone's not on the Niners, because at the end of the day, they're still 9.5 point favorite for a reason. I am scared of the back door because I could see this. Let's say Niners dominate and they're up by 10 to 14 points the whole game, and then then there's a garbage touchdown or something with Jordan Love trying to score at the end. You know what I'm saying? Trying to come back with a 2-score game. He scores a touchdown. Niners let up, just let that touchdown because they're like, oh, well, we could just run out the clock. Then it's a backdoor and you're not going to cover your 9.5. But if I had to pick right now, I'm still going Niners minus 9.5 on that one. Yeah, so I guess so is Nesto. So we're going there. Bang, bang, Niner gang, hopefully.
Yeah, man. I'm just worried about like the rest. Like they took too much time off. Hopefully they all in sync, all that shit.
Yeah, and I got 2 future tickets left. I have a sprinkle I had on Dallas Cowboys at plus 1250. That one died, but going into it looked good. And then I have the Niners, I think at plus, I don't have it off the top of my head, but like plus 700 or something, like something pretty solid from the beginning of the season. And then I have Buffalo at like plus 1,000, something along those lines. So, yeah, though, I mean, Buffalo and Niners still alive. So we'll see. And technically, for me, it would be great if it was Buffalo versus the Niners, right, in the Super Bowl. Then it would just be excellent. But yeah, let's get into Sunday games. Real interesting, man. I feel like these are the two like kind of underdog stories, a little bit as far as Tampa Bay and the Detroit Lions. Lions big favorites at home, minus 5.5 now, minus 6.5. But Baker, bro, you've seen him. He was at home though. He's just dominated Jalen Hurts.
But that's against a broken Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, the Lions did look good though. Their run game, passing game, just it looks so perfect. But then again, also, I'll tell you this.
I mean, it was still a close game. So you can say the Rams look good too. Then
Rams offense looked good. Their defense didn't look as good. And I, in my opinion, the Buccaneers defense is better than the Rams defense. We saw their defense being pretty good. Obviously, it's going to be a harder task for them going against Detroit Lions offense because, that's just a lot of momentum right there and all around good players. But, it's hard for me, man. A lot of these dogs are looking appealing a little bit here. I'm going to wait because if it goes to 7, I might jump in on Tampa Bay plus 7.
What is it right now? What's the Lions by what? What is it?
6.5.
Man, it's close, but
it was at 5.5. So money's coming in on Detroit. So now it's a 6.5. So, I think they could win, but I think it could be competitive, 3 to 4 points. Here's the issue. Although Baker Mayfield's not a mobile quarterback per se, I think he's a lot more mobile than Stafford is. And, we saw when Stafford got pressured, by Aiden Hutchinson and shit, it was all bad. And they were coming in hot on him. You saw there was a memes about him when he was pretty much concussed for a little bit. I don't know how he got back in the game, but he got back in the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing I think Baker's going to be able to move a little bit more. He's still going to get sacked as long as he doesn't start going crazy, throwing hella picks, fumbling, doing stupid stuff. I like to – I don't know if Buccaneers will win because they are going to Detroit for this, but I think they can keep it competitive. So I would take the points here. As far as the under-over, that's tough, man. It's at 48.5 right now. I don't know. I lean under, to be honest, but I'm not going to fire that right now. Anything could happen between these two. Detroit, if they start going off, their offense has been the highlight. So I'm over. I don't think that's going to happen. Who do you got in this, Detroit?
Yeah, I got the Lions. They're going to have some more juice, especially being home again. It's going to be in there.
The hype. They're taking the double white mochas, ice with extra shots, like the coach. And then we got the main event, bro. The main game on Sunday. It's going to be KC traveling all the way to Buffalo to the Bills Mafia. Buffalo Bills minus 2.5. Now, yeah, it still stays at 2.5, bro. There's one place at 3, but they're not really budging too much. And then Kansas City, the total would be 46, now down to 45.5. So about the same. I can see why the under is in play here. I lean the under as well, to be honest.
No, I can see it go. I can see it going over. It depends how bad the weather is. If it's like the way they had it for the Steelers, I can see it going over.
Let's just see what we got on the estimate here because it's bad this week and it's real bad. They play Sunday. As of right now, looks like there's going to be no snow, no rain, just 16-mile-an-hour winds on average, and it's kind of humid, but 24 degrees. So just standard cold. But both these teams could play in the cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think weather is going to be an issue. They both play in cold ass places. Kansas City just played the coldest game ever.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. So
I think Kansas City might get it done.
yeah, dude. Like Buffalo also has been looking
Because look,
good, but Kansas City, bro.
Buffalo was letting the Steelers come back, bro. If Steelers would have had a decent quarterback, they could have come back and won that shit. And now you got Mahomes going out there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would throw Kansas City in a teaser. I mean, there's not a lot of options this week. But if you like Detroit, you could probably blend it in with them. I know it's not a Wong teaser, but you could take it down to just for them just to win the game. And then have Kansas City plus 8.5. That would be a good play. If you don't mind juice, and I don't always recommend it, but at this situation, we could do a 7-point teaser at minus 130, 140. It's not the best, but yeah, you could bring like either Baltimore down or San Francisco down. I wouldn't recommend it like that, but that's also an option as well for those two. But yeah, man. So are we both on Kansas on this?
Yep. Oh, and they're
Kansas money
plus
line.
money. The money line is 125.
Yeah, exactly. I would take that. I would take it. Either that or split between two. Or if I were you betting right now for them, and this probably be one of my best bets is if you're betting Kansas City right now, you got to take the money line.
Yep.
Hopefully plus 125 or better. If it gets to the 3, then you could jump in on Kansas City plus the 3 points if you like Kansas City. If you like Buffalo, you better jump in. I would say jump in now and get the minus 2.5 because it's only going to go to 3. I don't think this is going to 2. So you might as well just get on it now. I'm not firing on the total right now, but like I said, I lean on the under because I think Kansas City defense will come through. But yeah, like at any point, both these teams could go off. Both these quarterbacks could go off. Rashid Rice is finally getting in rhythm with Mahomes, which is huge because they've been waiting for a number one receiver other than Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? They got Taylor Swift swag surfing. There's too much momentum going on, bro. So yeah, I'm in agreement. KC, baby. I think this is just their time. They were bored during the season or just getting shit together. And now they finally, got in. And honestly, I think Andy Reid's a better coach.
For sure.
Yeah, not a hot take, but so what do you got for the people's best bet here?
We're gonna do a straight up bet for start off with the Chiefs, man. Get you some plus action.
Chiefs plus 125 we got out there. Okay.
We're gonna do a greaser right here with Niners, Ravens, and the Lions.
Okay. And last but not least.
And then we're gonna take another double parlay with by the spread. We're gonna take the spread. We're gonna do the Niners and the Ravens.
Niners and Ravens. Okay, cool. That's the guaranteed greaser on Saturday. Saturday greasers.
Who fucks it up? Who fucks it up?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of on the same wavelength. Yeah, man, I hate to give the same play, so I'm gonna try to switch it up a little bit. Let's see what I could do. Let's go teaser city, bro, because we're not going to be able to tease once NFL season's over. I don't usually do this, but 7-point teaser. I'm going for it. Baltimore minus from -9 to minus, what is it, 2? And then you bring Niners from -9.5 to -2.5 at minus 130, 140. I'll put 140 for y'all. But I think that's one of the squarest, but almost, I don't want to say can't lose, but I just feel like these two are not going to lose the game. They might not cover, but I don't think they're going to lose, even though we said that about the Cowboys last week and shit. And I also like the KC money line. I see a plus 3 right now. I'd wait for that. I can't give that out. What else? What else should I give y'all? Oh, I'll do KC and another teaser. I'll just give teaser city here. 6-point teaser, KC plus 8.5 with the Lions minus what is it went down to? Oh, half a point, 6.5 to half a point at minus 120 or better. Teaser city. And then just for the culture, I'm going. I got to go KC money line. KC, I'm sorry. Plus 125. I would give the plus 3, but there's not readily available, so I don't want to give that out to y'all. KC money line plus 1.5. I think we're plus 125. We're both gonna be on it. Screw it. But hopefully it goes our way this time. Some of these plays are square, but at the same time, you have limited games. There's only literally 4 games, whereas every week you have hella games going on Sunday.
For real.
So this is 2 games a day, Saturday, Sunday. But hopefully y'all enjoy cash. If you don't like it, then fade it. But type it in. Type in what you like down there, bro, in the comments. Share with your friends. Smoke it up. Do what you need, bro. But peace out. Till next time, talk about who's going to the Super Bowl. Who's going to play in the game to go to the Super Bowl. Smoke out, BZ.